This is not even cooked and it already smells fantastic. This is why I get excited, because once it starts roasting, oh my God, it's gonna be so good. So good.
There is only one of you, only one of me. There's a million of those who won't let us be, but they're not gonna see me bleed.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Pansy, and this is my reality. So today I am going to be showing you guys how to make my signature roasted tomato basil soup. You only need one dish to cook it in, because we're gonna roast it and we're gonna do everything in one pot, and I'm gonna show you guys the ingredients. But before we get into this video, can you guys do me a huge favor? Subscribe to the channel, share my videos, let me know what you think by leaving some comments down below. Let's look at these ingredients. So if you guys hear some stuff in the background, just ignore it. This is at home, so people are watching TV, walking around, doing whatever. It's Sunday, and you know, we're in our Sunday's best, you know, just chilling. So I am going to be using this Dutch deep pot, or I think it's called a Dutch roaster. I'm not really sure, but this is what I'm going to put all the ingredients in. So once I cut up these tomatoes, I'm going to pit them first. Let me go grab a knife, and then I'll show you. We're just going to cut them up and throw them in there. I'm using 9 vine ripe tomatoes. Mine are organic, but get whatever you have accessible to you. Make sure you take those pits out first.
I really wanted to get it right, trying to find some balance in my life. I never really put up a fight, and now I'm losing sleep. What if I lost touch? What if I'll never get it right? I try to follow my heart, but I lost it somehow. Wish that someone could say it'll all be okay. Just listen to me as I say. Listen to me as I.
Alright, so now I'm going to be doing the basil. I use this brand, so just use whatever you can find in the store, but I use the entire packaging. I like a lot of basil, because I like that basil flavor in my soup. So yeah, this is washed, and I just put a paper towel over to try to dry it just a little bit. This may come off as weird to some people. You can use this. I don't see anything wrong with using the stems. I mean, it comes from the ground. Some of the bigger ones I'll cut off, but like who? I don't think it really matters. Well, yeah, like that. Like I wouldn't use that. I would just pick the basil off of it. Throw that to the side. So, okay. I do take the stems off of it. But if you have some stems that do accidentally get in there, you're not gonna die or anything, because it's all part of the plant. I'm a person who does not like to waste anything. I don't like to waste anything when it comes to food, because food is expensive. And I'm pretty much just rough chopping it. Like I said, the cuts don't matter. This is not the best knife to use, but you could even just tear it up and throw it in there. All of this is going to be pureed, so once it's finished roasting, I'm going to take that, throw it into the pot, straighten up this mess, and then I'm going to go and start cutting my onion. So let me clean this up and I'll be right back. Let me go wash my hands real quick because these onions are making me cry. And I'm not even sad. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna use salt. Sea salt. Normally I would use pink Himalayan salt, but I don't have that. So I'm just gonna use the coarse Mediterranean sea salt. Onion powder, red cayenne pepper, and paprika. So I am not one to measure a whole lot. I'm just gonna put the salt in my hand. I'm gonna use about this much. Can't see that. That's where I start. You can always add more later if it's something, if it's not to your liking. Paprika. Onion powder, the cayenne pepper. I don't want it spicy. The cayenne pepper is not gonna make it hot. It's just gonna give it a nice kick. Helps infuse all the other stuff. I have my oven preheated, but before we do that, we need to do the olive oil. I just have, this is organic olive oil. You don't have to use this. It's extra virgin, whatever you have. I get a different brand, but it depends on who goes to the store. That determines what we're gonna get. So this is what we have today. So we have this olive oil, and we are going to douse it all over our mixture. The key ingredient to getting an exquisite tomato basil soup is none other than aged balsamic vinaigrette. This is a must. If you don't put this in your soup, you're not going to get those bold flavors that you're looking for. It works almost like as an acid, but it's, trust me, do not do a tomato basil soup without the balsamic vinaigrette, an aged one. So I just take it and I just pour that all over. Get a nice amount in there. This is not even cooked and it already smells fantastic. This is why I get excited, because once it starts roasting, oh my God, it's gonna be so good. So good. All right, here we go to the oven. So while that is cooking, I'm gonna go ahead and talk about something. So if you don't already know, I do fasting on a regular basis. It used to be where I did fasting on Tuesdays. We would do like a 24-hour, and it would be a water fast for this entire month, and we just started probably last week. I am doing a more consistent intermittent fast. So every 24 hours we're going to eat once a day. So with that being said, people have been asking me, I think the main question was, what type of fasting do I do? How often do I do it? And any advice, because a couple of girls that I know said that they tried it, they just couldn't do it. So the first thing is, when you're fast, first of all, you can do all types of fast. You can do fruit fast, you can do water fast, you can do liquid fast. I do, like I said, on Tuesday, I would do water fast just for that day. But right now we're doing liquid fast. That means that we can have anything liquidy. If you have not seen the video that my husband did with the green juice, you can use that. You can use smoothies, or you can do broth, or you just can't have any solid food for only once every 24 hours. So you can either do that. So just pick whatever works for you. Doesn't matter. The second thing, and this is I think is the most important thing when you're fasting, is to think about preparing for it. Don't just randomly fast. If you really want to be successful in anything in life, you've got to set yourself up to win. The biggest thing is preparing. You know that you are going to be hungry, and you know that when it's time to eat, you're going to be ready to eat. You're not going to want to wait a long time. The reason why is because as soon as you come off a fast, you're going to be so hungry. You might go out and start doing fast food or something that you don't want to do when you come off a fast, because you want to make sure that whatever you eat is good, but you don't want to go overboard with the food, because then you could probably get sick, to be honest. I had that happen to me once where I ate too much and then I just got really sick. But anywho, that's the reason why I'm actually making this soup, is because we are coming off our fast. So I'm preparing this soup now, because by the time this soup gets done, we'll be ready. And then tomorrow we are going to be doing like I'm going to make these special baked sweet potatoes. Maybe I'll do a video on that and show you all how that's going to go down. But having some food and some items prepared for you, so when you get off your fast, that way you can just go right to it. And if you're going to be out when your fast is over, take you a little thing and pack your food with you. That way, as soon as your fast is over, you can go ahead and eat something. I think that that's the most successful way you can complete your fast, and that's just my opinion. So hopefully that will answer someone's question. How do you successfully do it? How often? Do it how often you want to. It's your fast. You can do it how often you want to. You can fast once a week, twice a week. You can do intermittent fasting daily. I really believe that making fasting a part of your life is so beneficial. When we used to fast all the time, I felt good. It's just sometimes we get off track, because we're not perfect. Sometimes we get off track, and then I'm like, hey, we kind of been not fasting the way we should. So then I'm like, okay, let's get back on track. And that's when we start preparing and say, okay, these are the things that we're going to eat, these are the things we're not going to eat. So last week what we did was we had salads for 3 days, but I didn't just do any salad. I did salads that had a lot of nutritional value, such as I used arugula. I also used sunflower sprouts, bean sprouts, different things like that were going to give us lots of fiber, and then added just a tad bit of protein, which they wanted some salmon, so we just had small pieces of salmon. So it wasn't like we were eating a whole lot. What we did was the salmon pieces were very small, but they were seasoned very well. But the arugula salad part I made really, really large, and I'm gonna tell you, everybody loved the salad. And when you're hungry, your salads taste that much better. And I think that's the key thing, is if you have something healthy and you know this is all you're going to eat, it tastes different when you are coming off fasting, because now it's like, I mean, your body is ready to receive it, so just something to think about. But anywho, we're gonna let these broil and get all nice and brown, and then I'm going to come back and show you what liquids I use, because the way I do my soup might be a little different than what some of you all do, but I'm going to show you. And this dish is vegetarian and vegan friendly. There will be no meat content whatsoever, and this is all we're going to eat, and I'm telling you, the flavors will not let you down. So I'll see you guys in a minute. Guys, I was so busy talking that I forgot one of the most important ingredients in the soup is your garlic. So the other day I went to the store and I bought 3 cloves, 3 whole, I think it's not cloves, the whole bushels of garlic, and so I would cut it up, but I can't find it. So what I did was, fortunately I had some minced garlic because I cook, so I always keep minced garlic, so I went ahead and added that to the mixture. You don't want to make a tomato basil soup without garlic. Every ingredient here is very, very important. So I just want to let you know that I had to jump in and save that soup's life and put that garlic in there. So hopefully it turns out great, like it always does, and I cannot wait until you taste it. So So this is what it looks like. You see it's got that sear type stuff on it. This is from the roaster. This is exactly how I want it. And so now I am going to use coconut milk. And I put it in there. Get all that in there. Then I'm going to be using vegetable broth. I'm using the Swanson's today. I usually use whatever's on sale. Because it already has its juices already in there, I'm not going to put a lot. Maybe like 1/3 to 1/2 cup. You have to use your own discernment. Then I'm going to stir it all up. And the reason why I use this pot, this particular Dutch oven thingy, is because you're going to let the soup cook and simmer before you purify it on top of the stove. So I'm going to cut on my burners. Yeah. Once everything bubbles up, everything's going to start to infuse together. And then I'm going to, after everything boils together, while it's still on the stove in the same pot, I'm going to take my little hand mixer, which is already clean, washed off, and we're going to blend it all together and we will have our soup. All right, so everything is really nice and soft, and what I did was I cut the stove off and I'm letting it cool down just a little bit because everything is bubbling to the top. You don't want to start blending like that because things are going to splash anyway. So I'm going to let it just cool down just a little bit, not a lot, because I want to blend it while it's still warm. But yeah, let's get to blending. So I ended up going ahead and transferring that into a stainless steel bowl, because it was a little bit too shallow. I was getting way more splashing than I want, and again, I'm trying to eliminate how much of a mess I have to clean up after we eat. So I went ahead and did that because it just made more sense. So I'm going to continue to blend. Now I can put it on high because you see the, let me see, you could see the bowl. Depth to it, so. So the thickness and the consistency of the soup really just depends on what it is that you like. If you like yours thicker, then you put less liquid. If you like yours more liquidy than this, then you put more, you know. So I like mine's medium. It really doesn't matter. I like mine to taste like soup. So, but we're gonna let this cool down, and then we're gonna get Papa Bear to try it to see what he thinks. Hopefully he likes it, and then that means it's a success. So I'll be right back. All right, let's see what Papa Bear thinks about this soup. Hopefully it's good.
All right. You've done good in the past, so let's go on. A little hot. Hold on. Look at the steam. That's the way your soup supposed to look. Hold on. Get the soup coolers.
If it's not good, he better lie. I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
Everybody has soup coolers. Some are stronger than the other. Oh yeah, that's good.
Is it good?
That's really good.
It is. Thank you. See?
Can I double dip?
Yeah, that's yours.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
So it's dinner time. We are ending our fast for the day, and we're going to have our soup with watermelon. We hope you start fasting, start planning, Try this soup dish. It's great for when you're coming off a fast because it's light, it's not too heavy. It's gonna give you the flavors that you need, make you feel like you're not missing out on anything. It has been really such a pleasure for you guys to come into my kitchen and to watch this video. I appreciate it so much. And remember, keep hustling, be humble. This is your reality, but we gotta go. Bye.